Details tonight about this man, Charles Ivy. Daytona Beach police say he fatally stabbed the mother of his children and then set her apartment on fire with 3 kids inside.
Yeah, the mother's 10-month-old died in the blaze. The other 2 kids are in the hospital, and we learned today that he's actually the father of those kids. Fox.
That woman is dead right now.
I brought them in.
She was stabbed more than 100 times.
Just before midnight, firefighters pull up to a Daytona Beach apartment complex fully engulfed in flames. Inside,
Then the building goes on fire, and not to mention your baby's mom, your children, bro. Your children.
they find 3 small children, the youngest just 10 months old, and a woman on the bedroom floor, already gone. What they don't know yet is that the fire was never the real crime. It was the cover-up. And the man they're about to question already has a cut on his hand he can't quite explain. This is the story of Denja Moore, the father of her children, and the night Volusia County prosecutors would later call cold, calculated, and premeditated.
So what was your thought going on in your mind?
At that time?
Mm-hmm.
Why so strong? Man.
Yeah.
So when
They
you
gonna put this on me?
That's what you thought?
Yeah, like, man, like, why so strong? They gonna put it on me, and then, like, you know, got everybody just pointing the tasers, got the guns and all that.
Well, that's kind of an odd reaction.
It was November 20th, 2023. Daytona Beach police and fire crews responded to a structure fire at the Countryside Apartments on Bevel Road. When they arrived, the building was fully engulfed, black smoke pouring from the windows and door. Officer Carlos Qualiz reached the front door first. Sitting right outside it, in plain view, was a set of keys, as if someone had locked the apartment from the outside and simply left them there. He used them to get in. Inside, through the smoke, officers and firefighters pulled 3 children from the residence. A 4-year-old girl, a 5-year-old boy, and in a crib in the back bedroom, a 10-month-old baby boy, Messiah Calixte. In the master bedroom, they found the children's mother, 30-year-old Denja Nikki Moore. She was already dead, not from smoke, not from the flames, from stab wounds, dozens of them, though the true number wouldn't come out until weeks later. Messiah died at the hospital shortly after. His older brother and sister survived, but they were rushed to Shands Hospital in Gainesville in critical condition, both intubated. And almost immediately, investigators realized something that changed the entire case. This fire wasn't an accident. It was a second weapon. Fire marshals determined the blaze had been set in 2 separate locations. First in the bedroom where Denja's body was found, then again in the kitchen, where all 4 stove burners had been turned on, with burnt paper and a cardboard box piled on top. This wasn't a fire that started. It was a fire that was built. Whoever did this wanted the apartment, and everyone in it, gone. Detectives needed to notify the father of the 2 older children. His name was Charles Leon Ivy, 34, of nearby Ormond Beach. But when they went looking for him, he was nowhere to be found. Not answering his phone, not at home when officers first arrived. By the time detectives caught up with him, hours later, Ivy was loading suitcases and bags into an SUV. He had a fresh cut on his hand, an injury to his leg. When his co-workers were asked, they said he hadn't shown any sign of injury during his shift the night before. He'd left work at 10 p.m. with no limp, no visible cuts. Investigators pulled traffic camera footage and automated license plate readers, tracking Ivy's SUV to the area around the apartment complex, before and after the fire started. When officers pulled the SUV over, Ivy refused to speak with detectives. He refused to be taken in for a DNA swab, for his clothing, for photographs of his injuries, all of it covered under a search warrant. A man who wouldn't explain his cuts. A man who was already packing bags before anyone told him his children's mother was dead. Investigators were starting to build a picture, and it wasn't of a grieving father, According to the arrest affidavit, Denja Moore had been stabbed approximately 100 times. Prosecutors would later say the crime was committed without any pretense of moral or legal justification, language reserved for the most severe cases Florida law recognizes. Chief Jakari Young, who led the Daytona Beach Police Department, called it one of the most disturbing cases of his career. Officers noted that despite the intensity of the fire, none of the 3 children had been physically stabbed or burned directly. Their injuries came from something just as devastating, being left inside a home that was actively being set ablaze around them. Charles Ivy was arrested and booked into the Volusia County Jail on 2 counts of first-degree murder, 2 counts of attempted felony murder, and first-degree arson. He was held without bond. At a news conference announcing the arrest, Chief Young didn't hold back his own reaction to what investigators had uncovered. The defendant in this incident, Young told reporters, deserves a special place in the gates of hell for what he did to this mother and these children. It's a line that would follow the case for years, so pointed that Ivy's defense attorneys later tried to argue it had poisoned the jury pool before the trial even started.
This incident deserves a special place in the gates of hell for what he did to this mother and these children.
Like how we felt when we heard the details of, what happened.
As the case moved through the courts, one of the most powerful pieces of evidence wasn't physical at all. It came from the surviving 4-year-old girl. In a forensic interview conducted after the fire, the child, identified in court filings only as DM, told investigators that her mother was in heaven and that she'd gotten there because she was killed. She said there had been a fire in their home, that it had been started by her father, and that she and her siblings had been locked inside. She described her parents trying to kill each other, and said her father was the one who reached for a knife first. When asked why she thought her mother had been attacked, the 4-year-old gave an answer that stunned the room. She said her father no longer liked her mother. Under normal rules, a young child's out-of-court statements would be considered hearsay and kept from a jury. But Florida law allows exceptions for children in cases like this, and prosecutors fought to make sure her words would be heard. A 4-year-old girl pulled from a burning apartment became one of the only witnesses left to describe what happened in that bedroom. And a judge would ultimately have to decide whether her voice, recorded months after watching her world burn down, was one Charles Ivy could not keep from a jury.
Why don't you just commit to Jasmine, and you wouldn't be having any of these headaches and nightmares?
Right. I don't know.
You just can't keep it in your pants, can you?
I just choose not to. And yeah, I choose not to.
The choices we make dictate the lives that we lead.
That's very so. That's very.
Charles Ivy has pleaded not guilty to all charges. Prosecutors in Volusia County filed notice that they intend to seek the death penalty, calling the crimes especially heinous, atrocious, or cruel. As of the most recent court filings, the case remains ongoing, with pretrial hearings still deciding what evidence, including the child's forensic interview, a jury will ultimately be allowed to hear. No verdict has been reached. Under the law, Charles Ivy is presumed innocent unless and until a jury says otherwise. But for the Daytona Beach community, and for 2 children who survived a fire meant to erase them, the case has already left a mark that no verdict can undo.
Photos, because you don't want to see her seeing over your shoulder what is in your phone.
Right. Well, that's not issues though. That's just.
Well, then maybe she's got issues with you.
Right.
You don't have issues with her,
Yeah,
but maybe she's got issues with you.
That's a better way. Yeah.
And to make your life a little bit easier, you try and eliminate those issues as much as you can.
Mm-hmm.
So why don't you just cash app her the $120 instead of having to go all the way down there?
Nikki Cash Out wasn't working. It wasn't working.
Recovered some property as we feel is evidence, but I wanted to give you a chance to first of all, I would like to hear your story and see if you're willing to talk to us. So My partner will end up, he's gonna read you your rights, and then if you're willing to talk, then we'll talk.
Okay.
Okay?
Now, before questioning even begins, Ivy overhears a phone call and he wants to set the record straight.
There was something that you said that you wanted to address. And what was that you wanted to address?
Make sure that we seen the trailer that was damaged from my hand to my leg. And explaining that was just from lifting it up. My leg got caught under it. We can see the on the trailer. If I don't know if they can take the pictures, it's a end point that's pointing out on it that messed it up. Boom. And it happened earlier that morning when I'm heading straight out. What I do, I go straight out. I don't do nothing else. Put on my clothes, go straight out.
What morning did it happen?
Yes. Where do you go from there?
No, I went at 10:40. I couldn't have been 10:42. I left a little bit before then because 10:42. Denisha had called me. I had Nikki had called me. I let her know I was leaving.
Okay.
That I was already on the way. Matter of fact, and I said I was called. Yeah.
She called.
She called, and I said, by that time I was passing by mainland.
Okay. So you took international?
Right, because that's what I'm coming from the Speedway, Carrabba's, and going up to, then I go make a left. I mean right, to go, what is that? Clyde Morris, to that way.
So you take international to Clyde Morris and make a right on Clyde Morris?
Yeah, to go to it.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then where do you go from there?
Then I go to Denisha's.
What time do you think it was when you got to Nikki's house?
$11. Yeah, if that was 10:42, 11, probably a little bit before 11.
Before 11.
Yeah, a little bit before 11. 10:42 don't take that long, probably like 5 minutes.
When you left Checkers on your way to Nikki's house, did you stop anywhere in between?
No.
Get a soda, pack of cigarettes, anything? No. Nothing?
No.
When you got to Nikki's apartment, who was there?
She came to the door. I didn't really see nobody else there.
Okay. Like was the kids there or anything?
Yeah, they could have been, but it was at that time they usually be asleep at that time, right? So I didn't really see.
So Nikki answered the door, or did you just walk in?
Yeah, she had already unlocked the door, but I still had knocked, and she came to the door with and everything.
You turned it off?
Yeah.
So you did use the stove?
Well, I wasn't using it. I didn't use it. She was using it.
You touched the stove?
I touched the stove.
When you say she was boiling a bottle, describe that.
Yeah, like warm it up. Like, so you put water in the pot.
Okay.
And turn it on, let it hit a certain temp, and then you just...
Shift glass or plastic bottles? Baby bottles?
Plastic.
Plastic?
And I believe that it was on the front eye.
On what?
On the front eye. The bottom. Like she put it, we used the front eye for the bottom.
The burner?
Yeah, the front burner, yeah. The front burner. That's the one we used.
How many burners are on that stove?
Regular. 4.
4?
Yeah, just the regular 4.
And if I'm looking at the stove, which one did she have
That one, front one.
the first one on the right?
Yeah.
Front right?
Front right, yeah.
Okay. Did you just turn it off or did you move it to another burner?
No, turn it off.
Just turn it off? Mm-hmm. Was the water like simmering or really boiling, rolling?
It was good. It was like regular. I mean, it wasn't like too much. It was the normal temperature. What is the normal temperature? Let me be precise. It was. I don't know how to describe. It wasn't overdoing it. You know, it was ready for him. It was gonna be ready. Probably had to let it sit.
Bubbles coming up from the bottom.
You probably just had to let it sit. And just all you had to do is just let it sit for a little minute, like she usually does it. Just let it Just let it sit, and then it'll be ready.
Okay, so
Cause he gonna wake up because he usually wakes up about 12:1, and she gotta give him that bottle. So she just prepping it. She always.
Were there any other burners on?
I know.
Now, you are the only one that can answer this question. You're the only one that can answer the question why this woman is laying dead like that. Stabbed over 100 times. 100 times.
You know what? I don't know. I'm telling you, sir, I was in my car. And it's as valid as it can get. I was in my car. I did not stay in there.
You think we're going to believe that you're just sitting there in your car and your baby mom is right in front of you?
She's not in front of me. Can we go back?
Your baby mom.
That's not in front of me. That's not in front of me. That's not.
Your baby mom is in this building.
That's not in front of me, though.
Your baby mom is in this building.
It's not in front of me.
Being stabbed more than 100 times. Being stabbed more than 100 times. And you're there in the parking lot.
And I'm there in the parking lot.
And then the building goes on fire. And not to mention your baby's mom, your children, bro. Your children. Your children are in there.
I did not see any smoke coming from it. I did not even see any smoke coming from it.
You can't tell me that.
It was two guys out there. It was two guys out there.
First, there's nobody out there.
No.
Two guys out there.
It was two guys when I pulled off. Just like I forgot I went to Wells Fargo.
It does make sense.
Yes, that I.
So it makes sense to you that you were there when your baby moms was stabbed 100 times.
I was in my car.
The building was set on fire with 3 children inside of the apartment, and you're in your car in the parking lot. That makes sense to you.
I didn't.
What happened in there, Charles?
Nothing happened. I'm telling you.
I can tell you something happened. I showed you the picture already. Something happened.
Something did happen.
I had to go to your baby mom's autopsy.
I understand that.
For 3 hours. Not only her, the baby that was laying next to her.
I understand that. What? No.
The baby that was laying next to her, man.
I was rolling up.
I can't believe you can sit there and tell me that. I can't believe you can sit there and tell me that lie.
I didn't see.
And you can't tell me the reason. What happened?
Nothing happened. We good.
We're sitting here having this conversation. I show you a picture of Nikki, and you're not bothered by that.
I'm highly bothered by it. But I've been in the military. I was infantry. Highly bothered by it. Asked the ladies earlier.
Not to mention Nikki, your children, and that one baby. That
I went up there and
1-year-old
see him.
baby.
Did you know I went up there and see him? I went up there. That's why I was going when y'all even put me up. I was just up there this morning. As soon as the officers came, we went straight up there. I talked to the social workers. I talked to everyone. I even seen the children. Asked them how I reacted up there. I'm just keeping my composure here. But just ask them how I was. From the detective.
I saw your response. I saw the video.
Right.
Your reaction was carefree at that point.
Carefree?
Yeah.
Oh, no. You didn't see me sit down? You didn't see me sit down and have to gather myself? Oh, that's an opinion. That's an opinion. Yeah, that's an opinion. Yeah, that's an opinion. Whoa. Yeah. You see me sit down? You wanted me to cry for you?
I didn't want you.
Oh, so that's what I'm saying.
You continue with that.
No, I'm just saying. Is this a question? Right? I'll just ask the question. I'll just ask
And what's Jasmine going to say if the DNA results come back that Messiah is yours? Because we know it's not Max's.
You know that? Mm-hmm. How you know?
Courts know that. Max did a DNA test.
Really?
Yep.
I didn't know that. I didn't know that.
Well, No, you do. What's gonna happen when the
For Jasmine?
test comes back that
That Messiah
was yours?
That Messiah is now dead.
And you say what happens with what? I'm sorry, you asked that. What happens with, like, what you mean, like, what happened?
What's gonna happen? How are you gonna break the news to Jasmine?
Like I do last time, just say it. Just gotta say it.
That your child,
Right.
that your child was murdered.
Then detectives hit Ivy with something else.
Question was, what did you take out of Nikki's house?
I ain't take nothing out of it. That's the thing, I didn't take anything out.
Then how are we going to explain if her phone and your phone both track in the same direction?
At the same time. And she's in the house. On fire.
Her phone's not.
And her phone is in your car with you, traveling away from the scene. Make that make sense.
And why would you think her phone?
Anybody could have done it. No. Anybody out there could have done it. That's crazy. You think that? That's an opinion then. That's a strong opinion.
Detectives decide to stop the questioning. It's gone on for a while, so it continues the next day.
Did you get any sleep?
Yes, sir. Going through the process, you know? I mean, well, you don't know, right? Just whatever, you know, just going through the process.
How are you feeling now?
Going through the process.
Are you feeling okay?
I had my medicine.
You did or did not?
But it's medical, but so I talked to the lady to see what's the alternate that I can get.
What do you mean by that?
Like process the thoughts.
So you gotta go through the process. You said that about 4 or 5 times.
Go through whatever the process is. That's what I think, you know, that's a military term for just whatever it is. You know.
What, man?
It's Dakota. You got. They're doing better now. They're trying to get him out of the hospital. I know you were going up there yesterday, right? So they're not going to get released today, but hopefully tomorrow they're going to be okay to leave the hospital. Either tomorrow or you're already here. Nikki's family, man, they want this to be over with, man. They want to know why, what happened. Here's my thing. You can let us tell the story, or you can get your side out there. You know what I'm saying? We know.
Clean slate for you to apologize on. Here's the instrument to start that apology. You can write it to
Nikki's family.
You can write it to Dakota and Jeff's stuff. You can write it to Jasmine. No, you can write it to yourself. You can write it to your mama.
Excuse me. I'm with the public. I'm here to see Mr. Ivy.
Okay.
You want to speak to your attorney right now? I'm your attorney, Mr. Ivy.
Okay, again, I don't know, I'm confused, excuse me, I don't know. I guess if you feel the gap to do. I guess
I think we should talk. You can talk to these guys anytime.
Well, now if you'd like to.
We'll finish our story.
Talk to him. They said don't run that. You back? Oh, you gotta go.
You can leave it. Yeah, we don't. Yeah, you can talk to him if you'd like to.
And that's how the interrogation